Hey everyone, Steven here. So I previously made a video on Stargate already explaining the protocol and the bridge. In this video, I'm really going to show you how to deposit onto Stargate to earn some of the yields on the platform. And I'm also going to go into a little bit of my thoughts around the tokenomics since I've gotten some questions on that on the last video, so I thought I'd share it with others who are interested. So going into the pool, I'm gonna go into the Polygon pool right now. And here, we can see some of the yields right now on Matic. Let's see, I think for USDC, it's about 6% right now. So it dropped in my last video that was made about a week ago, is around 20%. So it is dropping. And in that sense, the emissions for the token actually isn't super high in regards to what they're providing. So when you kind of look at the tokenomics of some of these projects, you have to kind of think of it from a supply and demand perspective. So we know what the supply is, right? The rewarding LP providers with the token. The demand side isn't super clear yet. We could see that some stablecoin providers like Terra or Frax might work with protocols to acquire some of these tokens to vote on, let's say, providing, giving special incentives to people who provide UST, right? Or Frax, FSX, and things like that. So that could be one possible demand driver in the future. Right now, there really isn't any clear demand drivers yet but that's expected for such an early project. You wouldn't expect heavy demand drivers for this, but we could see. I've heard from some people that I've talked with that it could resemble somewhat of a curve. And if we look at curves, kind of supply and demand action, you could see that it really hasn't had that much demand on curve even with like Convex getting built, that has increased its demand quite a bit. But we'll have to see. And this is somewhat of a asymmetric bet, I would say. Like it's really very little risk to farm this token right now. And if you hold it, maybe later on something might happen. But on the flip side, there is a lot of emissions right now from supply. But as you can see, it is actually dropping, so it's not a huge amount of supply getting thrown into this market. So if we go over to their pool page, we can just find the one for the chain that you want. There's a couple of chains that Layer 0 supports right now. I'm just going to go to the Polygon one and deposit some USDC I have available. And after you added your stablecoins to the pool, you can go to the farm, which is just the farm tab, and deposit your LP tokens. And when you deposit, this is when you start earning the Stargate token rewards, so the pending rewards in this section. And once you've deposited, if you go to the pool farming tab, you should see it available in the Your Farm section over here. So really straightforward on Stargate, really good UI in general. And yeah, and hopefully that's helpful for you guys to kind of understand. I think for Stargate in particular, it'll be interesting to see the demand drivers for the Stargate token in the future. Right now, we only really see the supply drivers, right? The emissions from this. And so, yeah, it'll be interesting to see, especially as they support more stablecoins in the future or even other tokens. And that would be really fascinating. And yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions. And also, I got a new mic recently for this video in particular. Let me know how my audio sounds now. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comments below or feel free to DM me anytime on Twitter. I'm usually pretty responsive there as well. And yeah, thanks.